Welcome back, Dosers. My name is Anthony. I am the 11-12 pastor here at our Vista campus, and I wanted to share one of my favorite verses with you. King David, he writes in Psalm 23, verse 4, he says, "Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me." This is one of my favorite verses of all time because David writes this later on in his life. His life was marked by a bunch of victories and a bunch of failures, but through it all, he reminds us in verse 4 that God was with him the whole time. And notice that in verse 4 it says, "Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death," right? That it's a shadow of death. He doesn't write it's the valley of death, right? Because the enemy will try to get us to believe that the shadow of our issue is more powerful than the light of our God. The enemy will try to get us chained to the shadow of this belief that there's a shadow of, maybe there is a shadow of depression or a shadow of anxiety or there's a shadow of issues just compiling up, and the enemy will try to get us to believe that the shadow of our issue is more powerful than the light of our God. Well, if I know anything about science, I don't know much, but if there's a shadow, there's something there, but there's a light above it that's creating the shadow. So today I want to remind you, even if you're walking through the middle of the shadow, that there's a light more powerful and there's a God more powerful than your issue, and He's with you every step of the way. It reminds me of when I was a little kid. Right, I would be sleeping, just like snoring, like a cold winter night, and I'd be awoken by a huge storm. Right, there would be thunder, lightning, wind is howling, and there's like rain just going sideways, smacking the window. And I'm woken up and I'm freaked out, and I pull the covers over my nose, and I'm breathing really heavy, and I look in the corner and I see like the laundry monster, like it's gonna eat my ankles. I don't know what I'm doing. And so I'm freaked out, and I think the first thought that comes to my mind is I have to get to my parents' room. I have to get there. And so once I muster up all the courage I can, I throw the covers off and I start to make my descent down the long, dark hallway. It seems like miles. And there's that lampshade in the corner that looks like a monster that's trying to bite my ankles off. And I walk past it really slowly, and I open the door to my parents' room, and I jump in their bed. And my dad gives me a big hug. My mom gives me a kiss on the forehead, and I fall asleep. But as I think about it now as an adult, like cognitively, right, did my dad's hug stop the thunder? No. Did my mom's kiss on my forehead stop the lightning? No, it did not. But the very fact that they were with me changed everything. So today I want to remind you, Dosers, that whatever it is you're going through, whatever dark valley you have been walking through, whether it's been days, months, or years, that God is with you and He is faithful. The answer to your solution is not to try to figure it out or try to figure out life more, but it's found in 1 Peter 5, verse 7. Peter writes, "Cast all your cares upon Him, for He cares for you." So whatever it is you're going through, you can rest and relax your shoulders and know that the God of heaven is walking with you every step of the way. See you next time.